all the lug nuts are still tight. Okay, so she made it. Alright, so starting this video off, it's Monday night, rooftop tent rally, we leave Friday, and the wheel bearing just went out on the truck last night, so got it towed home, and the wheel bearing is totally shot. Let's see. There you go, you can see half of it hanging out. So, fun begins. We're gonna get this all ripped apart. Alright, so we got the wheel off, and yeah, as suspected, definitely the wheel bearing, and that's not the rotor. Notice how the studs are still, well, kind of a little. Yeah, so you can see, it's just totally gone, so I'll pop the brake, ate into the bracket there a little bit. We'll pop off the caliper tomorrow. Looks like it ate through a set of rotors. Throw some new pads on the front and rotors, I guess. And new wheel bearing, and we'll should be good to go. All right, so it's Tuesday, and really not much has gotten done. I just got this up on jack stands yesterday, and now we're gonna take everything apart and get this wheel bearing off. We got a small leak up here. I don't know if it's this power steering, the little copper gaskets in there, or it could be the trans line, so we'll fix that. And yeah, let's pop this upper ball joint off, and then we'll get this axle out. I don't know if we have to unbolt it from the diff. We might be able to just wiggle it out the way, so we'll see. Alright, so we got the upper ball joint off. Was able to just turn the wheel all the way and just pivot the spindle back. So now I got access to these 3 bolts. This one got chewed up a little bit. Sorry it's dark. I work during the day, so gotta get out here and just get it done. So get these 3 bolts off, see how that goes, and this thing should just fall out. Out, take the caliper bracket bolts out. Now we're just gonna rip the whole thing off, and the rotor and half the wheel bearing should fall right out. Caliper bracket off, and as I thought, the whole thing fell out. Well, half of it. There's what's left of the bearings. It's really bad, guys. I don't know what to say. It really didn't drive that bad, but you can see it's shot. So we're gonna hammer on this until it falls out. Hopefully not too bad. It was only placed 1.5 years ago. And get the new one in. Alright. Well, I don't think this thing's coming off tonight. Looks like I'm gonna have to take the whole entire spindle off, try and take it to a press and see if they can, someone with a press, see if they can get it out. Alright guys, so we've got pretty much the whole front end disassembled for this wheel bearing now. We got the caliper bracket off, rotors are off, axles out, well, half out. We got the tie rod disconnected, and now we're doing the lower ball joint. These are a little tricky. There's a bolt down there, which usually isn't too bad of a pain. It's a 17 and 21, I think. And get the nut and the bolt out, and then it'll still be in there. I could probably bang on this one, it'd probably come out, but I want to show you a cool tool that I used. And get this at AutoZone for like 15 bucks, I think it is. Part number 27016. And it's called a Pitman arm puller. This thing is awesome on the Titans and Xteras and Armadas and QX56s and all that fun stuff. Alright, so I'll show you how this thing works. So you just slide it on the bottom here. Tighten this up. There we go. All right. Put on the back of that. Nice, you can don't worry about damaging anything. Do it by hand now. One more. Oh, there it is. Alright, we'll disconnect this ABS wire and then we'll get this thing pressed and we'll get the new one in. Hey guys, it's Wednesday. Brakes came in this morning, which is a day early, so that's good. And I was gonna take this to get pressed out, but had a fresh night's sleep on it, and I figured, hey, let's beat on it with a hammer. So I didn't actually have high hopes, so I didn't film, but it's actually working. So I'm gonna keep beating on this thing. And this was actually flanged out over here, but from beating on these bolts, after beating on these bolts for a little bit, it looks like it's gonna fall down through. So pound this a few more times, hopefully get this thing to fall out, and we'll get the new one in. All right, so we beat the snot of this thing with a sledgehammer from the backside. We were able to get this thing out, and you can see she was really worn out, guys. She totally, this was actually, it's straight now because I had to get pulled through, but this was all kind of sandwiched over, so I'm sure press would have done probably a better job, but she's done now. So keep this, and yeah, we'll get the new one in there and slap it all back together. All right, got the new wheel bearing in. It's all tightened down, and we're gonna get all this back together and get some new brakes on. All right, so got our new brakes in, got our new wheel bearing on, so we're gonna knock these out. We got drilled and slotted rotors, and these rotors weren't too bad, but some pretty decent scoring on here, and the back's a little pitted on this side, so we'll just go ahead and change them out. They're probably about ready anyway. And got these power stop drilled and slotted for the front. They're like 150 bucks with the pads. Got some ceramic carbon fiber power stop pads, and even come with the new boots and the shoes, which is nice. So pretty good deal for 150 bucks. Brakes have really gotten cheap nowadays. We got an OEM Tools disc brake spreader and some brake clean, and we'll get everything cleaned up. And I got the cap open on the brake reservoir, so take that off because there's going to be some extra fluid once we push the pistons back in on the caliper there. So let's button it up. finished up. My camera died toward the end there, so you missed me finishing up the brakes. But that's pretty simple stuff. You guys should be able to do no problem. Made it to Rooftop 10 Rally. It's a great event. Be sure to check that out if you haven't been before. It's in James River State Park. It's a great time. And I hope you found this video helpful. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.